Well, hello Capricorn. Welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. Thank you for tuning back in. And if you are new, welcome. I took a little time off just before Thanksgiving. I learned that I have new gifts that have come through, and I have been utilizing those gifts to help other people, doing a lot of personal readings and personal healings. But I am back with this Lunar New Year, with all of the energies of Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde and all the other things that were going on, stacking on top of us. Finally get a fresh breath. So we are back doing a little modified overhead. Oh, that's the wrong deck, you guys. Well, it'll come back out later. That deck will come back out later. We're going to use our Sacred Geometry deck. Well, that was super fast. Thank you. We're going to use our Sacred Geometry deck to get the overall message for all. And you do have two. Check. Oh my gosh, look at that. You can't even make this up. That is wonderful. We have a progressive step that's happening here, 16 to 17. Capricorns, look at this. We've got the hexahedron in two different thought processes. One, we are progressing from spiritual to an actual utilization of energy. How funny, I was just talking about that as I look at the numerology. And so part of it is laying down your foundations for what it is that you want to experience. And then the other one is continue to nurture it, right? Chop water, chop wood, carry water. Woo! But you've already started the process here, which I think is wonderful. So they're just reminding you that in order to continue to lay out your foundations for the things that you need, you still need to nurture and create the different designs that you have for yourself. This is beautiful, okay? Chop wood and carry water. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the Steampunk Tarot deck. I will clarify with the White Sage, and at the end, make sure you stay tuned to the end. I will go in and do separate stacks for the placements, meaning Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and then Capricorn Moon, okay? So this week is the 14th through the 20th that we're focusing on, and I'm sure everyone is super excited for Valentine's Day on Monday. That has got a lot of energy in it. We've got the full moon in Leo on Wednesday, and we have the sun switching into the sign of Pisces when we get to Friday. So why is that important? Well, for the most part, this week belongs to Cancer Moon, Leo Moon, Virgo Moon, and Libra Moon as far as the placements of the moon sign. But when we have a placement of a change of the sun, we're getting ready to celebrate some birthdays for some Pisces people coming up here, and the sun highlights the best features of the sign that it happens to be in, okay? Where the moon also is doing the reflecting of the best sign. So if you haven't already noticed, I do spend a lot of time talking about the moon positions, because most of the time that is the situation that is driving most of us from a emotional perspective. I am going to move these little guys over to the side, okay? And let's go ahead and get our cards down. Well, looky here. We got the lovers that pop in on Monday, Valentine's. Gemini, Major Arcana. We have the energy of the King of Pentacles in the reverse position on Tuesday. Let's see what we have for Wednesday. Well, we got the whole rest of the week. Okay. Wednesday is the Hermit in the reverse position. So two Major Arcana starting the week off. Very interesting. Going within. Then we follow this up on Thursday with the Knight of Wands. Friday, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse position. And we do have a conversation that's happening here. Saturday's energy is the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. And then Sunday is the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles energy coming in to round that out. So what I'm getting out of this, my friends, is that we are looking at trying to create a balanced type of a situation where we may not have had some balance, and we are trying to do our best with waiting to do the things that we need to do for our best and highest good as far as our independence is concerned, right? Whether that's business independence or whatever the case may be. But let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to move the cards over a little bit so I can see if I can put more into frame here, giving me more space to do the clarifiers underneath. Let's see what we've got here. Let's start with that, and I'll keep these two down here for now. We'll move forward. Now, let us find out why Capricorn has the Lovers front and forward on Valentine's Day. What's going on with Gemini? Usually the Lovers card has a lot to do with you making a decision with someone, especially when it's upright. Please be reminded of the fact that I'm looking at these from my vantage point, not yours specifically. So this is upright. The Lovers card usually has a lot to do with making positive decisions, and it has a lot to do with you, if you're not in a romantic relationship, having a lot to do with you coming into union with yourself or other strong decisions being made. Tuesday, we have the energy of the King of Pentacles in the reverse position, but then also the Hermit in the reverse position, the Knight of Wands in the reverse position, the Six of Swords in the reverse position, the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. We have a lot of evaluating. That is basically what's going on. You are spending your entire week, Capricorn, wondering, am I doing the right thing? So on and so on and so on. But let's see what we've got going on here. What is going on with Capricorn and the Lovers on Monday, Valentine's Day? Please let us know. Well, dang. All right. We've got the Hangman in the reverse position as it's presented to me. The Lovers one more time showing up. And the Six of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, so what I'm getting out of this, to be perfectly honest with you, is that there's probably a status change in relationship. Now, we have the Hangman in the reverse position, and what that means is that we're coming out of a situation where we've had time to think about, usually we've had enough time to go within and think about the different things that needed to take place, and the things that we're thinking about is this thought process, this conversation that needs to take place, or this idea, and it can very well have something to do with our beloved. What's going on with that? We have a lack of balance in our relationship. That is what's coming out of this conversation. Now, if you are not in a relationship, this has very much to do with a business partnership or someone that you're very close to that there seems to be some sort of a falling out with, okay? Just so you know. Let's go into the energy of the King of Pentacles in the reverse position on Tuesday. And I guess that would make sense because you're feeling as though there's a little lack of stability. And there we go, Hermit mode. We've got to go in. We've got to think about this a little bit. We've got to convince ourselves as we're going in and we're managing and maintaining our own light that we are making the right decision. And there it is. Queen of Pentacles also in the reverse position. And there's the Judgment card. Second chances and second opportunities potentially coming back up as we're thinking about the situation in depth. Now, if you don't have a Virgo in your chart, that is okay. That is exactly what it is that we're talking about. The Virgo could be the energy of the King of Pentacles with that whole earthen energy, just to make sure that you understand the placements of that. But very clearly, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles really are going to have to do some strong thinking. So we all know we have the masculine energy of the provider. Well, we also have the feminine energy of instability when it comes to being able to do the providing or contemplate doing the protecting and the nurturing of this castle, so to speak. Therefore, the Judgment card comes in with an aha moment, okay? And that is the energy of Pluto. That is also the energy of Scorpio. It's death and change and rebirth and making some adjustments to the things that need to happen just so that you have an opportunity to understand that. Well, apparently on Wednesday, we're coming out of Hermit mode. And we believe that we have made the decision that we need to be able to make for ourselves. Let's see here. What we have is clarity, the Queen of Swords. Okay, and there she is here. Again, showing up in placement. The Queen of Swords is like, nope, I know what I need to know. I know where I need to go, and I am going to say what I have to do and move forward. There's an acceptance of information that comes through here with the Four of Cups. I could say that it could potentially have something to do with you accepting a position or a role. If you are not in a relationship, this is an acceptance of something that you need. Usually it's a job offer or an acceptance of a project, and the Queen of Swords could be talking about the additional paperwork and things that need to get taken care of. But I do have the Knight of Cups that's sitting in the reverse position, and I have you sitting here, Capricorn, showing up in your own reading potentially as this Knight of Cups in the reverse position, very much in your feels about the different changes that are getting ready to take place in your life. I could appreciate that 100%. Okay, I could do that. Now, when we move into the energy of Thursday, we have the Knight of Wands that is in the reverse position. That is kind of not feeling like you really want to move forward. There's not a lot of energy. There's not a lot of activity. There's not a lot of want to move forward. There's not a lot of passion. You're kind of in your feels and you're in your reserved mode. Again, that makes a lot of sense. But universe, give me some cards for Capricorn here. Yep, very much thinking about this relationship, very much thinking about this partnership, very much thinking about, you know, how did this get to this point? There I am again. I am the Page of Wands. I literally don't have the spoons to dig into this particular situation right now. I'm in my feels. Let's see what else we have to cap it off. But the Ace of Cups shows up at the end of the day, because the Ace of Cups is you being strong enough in yourself to realize that you are going to have to determine the way that you need to move on. There's restoration that's coming out of this. Like, you need the rest, and therefore you are not moving forward with any other particular portions of the conversation here. When we get to Friday, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse position, and that means you are really struggling with the decision to move forward in this way. The Six of Swords, if it was upright, would be telling you that you're absolutely flying in the right direction, you're going at the right speed, but when it shows up in the reverse position, there's some hesitancy to launch. So we have the Four of Pentacles. We're worried about our stability. We're worried about what it is that we have at this particular moment. Should I, would I, could I? We also have our heart chakra closed off just a little bit. But again, if there's these harsh conversations that are happening or these strong realizations that are happening, you realize that you've got to be able to do the next thing. Well, there it is. Page of Pentacles. You are concerned about this new opportunity, and I feel it has a lot to do with you moving forward or the acceptance of this situation. And when you get to that point, you realize, yes, I am in control of this situation. I go from the Knight to the King, and knowing I am the one that is responsible for making the situation pop through, and the universe has given me enough time to evaluate all the different things that are happening with this moon in the reverse position. Everything you need to know has been revealed. Therefore, the Queen of Swords doesn't have to come very harshly. She can be a little bit more in her heart, okay, whether you're male or female, because gender doesn't have anything to do with this particular reading, but she can calm down and she can relax a little bit. Queen of Swords energy, like I said, when we get to Saturday. But let's see what else the Queen of Swords has got going on for our Capricorn here. First card out to clarify is the Hierophant, lessons learned. And if this is a relationship, usually the Hierophant has something to do with that higher level of commitment, okay? Not worried about this higher level of commitment at this particular moment. Not giving it too much attention at all, although we're softening up. It's not mental energy that the Queen of Swords is going through at this particular moment as much as it is being in her feels. But there we go. We've got the King of Swords also in the reverse position. Wow. That is a strong energy of not only this is really coming down into our feels. If this is one individual coming down into our feels where it's been a little bit challenging prior to. And there we go again. We've got the Knight of Wands energy conversation that had been going on here. We've got the Seven of Swords that comes out to say, again, same as the energy of the moon in reverse, everything I need to know. There is nothing shady. There is nothing else that needs to be evaluated. I am moving forward. I am moving past this situation. And therefore, when we get to the energy of Sunday here, we really, really are talking about the fact that we now have the clarity that we need in this particular situation. We have evaluated it, we've thought about this, and therefore our final answer is, let's see what we've got. What do we have here on the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles for our Capricorn this upcoming Sunday? My faith. I've already gone through a bunch of stuff, but Spirit is going to be working with me. I am ready for this change. Something has to be done differently. I've got to move forward. Death to the old, so that the new can spring forward for me. And here we go. We've got King of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We definitely have the full energy. So listen, I definitely see that there is a potential for this split to be happening. Again, if you're in a relationship, it's strongly indicated that this is needing to be done. You have everything in front of you to make that strong decision. If you are not in a relationship, this has a lot to do with business. And if you are not in a business, this could be a different type of a relationship where something in the relationship needs to change, and you've learned everything that you needed to learn in order to feel comfortable and confident with yourself. You might be a little hesitant and a little scared when it comes to the final stability, but you are excited about this new Knight of Pentacles, and you are excited about this new journey that you're getting ready to go on. So I can appreciate the fact that you go from here to here, and the remainder of your week is just spent trying to get into and examine your feels about the situation. This is a big move, and you know, I'm here for it. But again, laying your foundations for what it is that you need to be able to have move forward, and then continuing to nurture and create. Your idea is your responsibility, and how you need to go about doing it with the ideas and things of that nature is 100% going to be square on your shoulders. So now we're going to move into the individual conversations for the placements of Capricorn, okay? So we're going to do a pile for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and then Capricorn Moon. We're going to use our Black Moon Astrology. We're going to use the Ask Angels, and then we're going to use the numerology to cap this information off. Again, make sure that you're taking a look at your Sun, your Moon, and your Rising sign in order to get the best full picture, as well as your North Node. And of course, if you want a personal reading in order to dig right into your specifics, then take a look at the description box below. You can book in with me. All right, here we go. Sun, third house, messages, Gemini, 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 Gemini. You already received the information and the detail that you needed to have with this particular situation, Capricorn Sun, okay? Woo! You know, sometimes you just got to move forward. You just have to move forward. The energy of the third house is the conversation and the communication that is going to need to be discussed. This is about you coming into collaboration and unison with something new. So again, if you're not in a relationship, again, I feel strongly that this has something to do with new work, new position, okay? Something new. If you are a Capricorn rising, then this is your, additional component to pull out. The Sagittarius energy of IC, okay? So the Sagittarius energy of IC is very much like the Sage energy that we're talking about. It is the energy of moving forward. It is the energy of, I know the steps I need to take in order to get to where I need to be. Now, we didn't have that card that came out in placement, but I feel very much that it does have a lot to do with this 9. Not only did you see where you needed to go, but you already started to contemplate the next moves that you needed in order to get to that space so that you could be whole with your own decisions, okay? If you are a Capricorn Moon, then these are the additional messages for you. Let's see what we, oh, that was fast. Thank you so much. Wow. There's that Black Moon Lilith. So the Black Moon Lilith card, the mystery of the situation isn't really that much of a mystery. The Black Moon Lilith is really talking about the energy of, really, it has a lot to do with the Queen of Swords. As far as this particular deck is concerned, it's the clarity in the situation that you were looking for. It has everything to do with this here. It literally is the Queen of Swords as far as the conversation coming down out of the rafters a little bit. You know the information, you know what you need to be able to do, but you're allowing yourself to be more in your feels, more so than you are in your head, only because you've already thought about this. Here and here. You've been there, you've done that, you've thought about it, you've made up your mind, and you're ready to move forward, okay? Now, we are going to add the Ask Angels on top of this. So again, we're going to go in order of the Sun, the Rising, and the Moon for our Capricorns here for their additional detail. Here we go. Capricorn Sun. On top of the third house messages, right, what we have is, you looked for a sign already. This is due to the situation coming up, because it's presenting in the reverse, meaning it's already happened, therefore these details are supporting the reason you're here, where these are in the upright, talking about the potential for this conversation to be taking place in a different way. You looked for a sign and you found it. You saw red flags, okay? You realized that you needed to make some different moves and you went for it. Now, Capricorn rising, your additional message from the Ask Angels is, along with the Sagittarius ICs, helpful people. So there are additional people that you can surround yourself with as you're going through this process to support you. You already know that you need to make moves going forward, so continue to do it, okay? The Six of Wands momentum, if you will, is... it is victory. And so go get your victory and bring other people in that will support you, okay? Now, for our Capricorn moon signs, when we've got the Black Moon Lilith mystery, which is basically the energy of the Queen of Swords and having to get towards it, don't stop. You've made your decision at this point. Continue to move forward with your decision. You've made the right choice for you. Stick with it. Stick to your guns. And get yourself very, very prepared. You've already evaluated it down to the nubs down here. Now your clarity is moving forward so that you can start this new journey. And we've got the Death card and the Fool sitting right next to each other. You can't get the Fool card unless you really are ready to make these different changes internally. Okay, so please know that. Here's what we have from the numerology perspective for each of the placements. For our Capricorn sun sign, we have environment. Yes, you're looking for an opportunity to change your environment. Okay, you already found it. You already knew that something wasn't right or something needed to be different, and you went for it. Good for you. Okay, if you are a Sagittarius, Capricorn, beg your pardon, I started looking at that card over there and I was all about the Saggies for a second. Sorry about that. If you are a Capricorn rising, we're talking about the Sagittarius IC energy with helpful people, and the numerology is supporting you with physical activity. Get going. Get her done. Make it happen. This is for you. So make sure that you honor that energy this particular week for yourself. And if you are a Capricorn moon, then your card is intuition. Yes, don't stop. You know what's best for you. You're utilizing your intuition appropriately here with this moon card that's coming out, and you don't have to stress about someone else's situation. You got this. You earned this. It is time for you to create this balance in your world and go get what belongs to you. Okay, so that is the energy, and that is the reading I have for you Capricorns for this particular week. Again, I am really happy that you've come back. Make sure that you do all the things, like, share, subscribe, comment below, take a look at your other signs, and book in with me if you would like to dig into your own personal energy. But that is what I have for you this week. We will see you soon. Bye for now.